pabuloba nembwele yanyi kadimwa chenyiwe wakadimona mubidi wanyi uyuje ngano masanka pabuloba nembwele yanyi kulelela mujulu Banza mayepo wa maweja anu wewe mwikale nechimanyi nune uwela mu ulelela mujulu Banza mayepo wa maweja anu wewe mwikale wa moyo mulengane uwela mu ulelela mujulu Banza wa maweja anu wewe mwikale wa moyo mulengane uwela mu.
This is great. We're the Banzas, Dad, Choco, Regine, Phil, I'm Junior. And we have this tradition. It's not even a tradition. This is how and who we are. We were born, and Phil and I, we found these guys singing. So it's not a tradition, it's our way of being. And I think we've shared this before, but if you look back, the reason why our family joined the church, or the trigger, was the singing. Because it came from the fact that they were on a scholarship in Switzerland, and that scholarship from the Presbyterian Church was given to them because they were singing. So the singing brought them to Switzerland, and bringing Switzerland brought them to the church, and this is a whole cycle here. So we are going to sing two songs. The first one, the title is in Tshiluba. Tudibena mudimu by Kilisto Yesu. We are servants of Jesus Christ. That's what the title. We are servants of Jesus Christ. So the text says, we are servants of Jesus Christ. Let us be faithful and diligent in serving Him. And it says, in wherever we are, in our country, wherever we are, let us be diligent in serving Him. And the song is, the same message is in 4 languages. So as we sing, the first part is in Tshiluba, second is in Swahili, Lingala, and then French. But it's the exact same message for the song. And then the other one, which other one? Ngakumanya Bimpe. Okay, that's the Bwimpe. Ngakumanya Bwimpe. That's also in Tshiluba, the title. It says, I have known the goodness of God. And it tells us about how good God is to us.
What I like about this song specifically is that in one of the part is that goodness is not because of our goodness in our parts. That there's part of the song that says that when I pray to the Lord, He answers me regardless of my faults because of His goodness.
Yes.
And so that's kind of powerful as a testament to God's love and His mercy towards His children, regardless of where we are, who you are, and He's willing to hear and answer our prayers.
Nous sommes un presbytérien. Dans cette église, c'était très important de pouvoir apprendre à chanter. Et dans chaque paroisse, il y avait un chœur qui chantait, et nous nous sommes intéressés aussi, nous en tant qu'enfants, nous avons commencé à chanter aussi avec les autres. Mais quand nous avons quitté les parents, nous avons continué la même foi presbytérienne. Et c'est dans cette foi-là que nous avons été appelés par Dieu pour chanter. Notre chorale a commencé avec 4 personnes seulement, donc 4 membres. On a chanté pendant plus de 7 ans. Il y a eu d'autres aussi qui se sont ajoutés à nous. Nous avons continué à chanter. Alors, comme on chantait pour l'évangélisation, il était important de chanter dans les langues que les gens comprenaient. Donc on a choisi les 4 langues du Congo. On chantait en Tshiluba, on chantait en Lingala, on chantait en Swahili, on chantait aussi en Kikongo. Et en plus, nous avons ajouté le français tout simplement pour continuer à améliorer notre façon de chanter ou bien le travail que nous faisions. Et après, nous avons eu l'occasion, Dieu nous a appelés, nous sommes allés aux études en Suisse. Et là, on a continué à chanter. Et aussi, quand nous avons rencontré des missionnaires, nous avons coupé chez les presbytériens, donc l'église est reformée en Suisse. Et nous sommes devenus membres de l'église de Jésus-Christ des Saints des derniers jours. Ainsi, quand nous sommes rentrés au Congo, on devait toujours continuer à chanter parce que c'était très important pour nous de continuer à louer Dieu. Nous avons partagé l'évangile d'abord avec les membres de la chorale. Presque tout le monde est devenu membre de l'église de Jésus-Christ des Saints des derniers jours. Et on continuait toujours à chanter, et ainsi de suite, et d'autres membres de famille, bien sûr. Parce qu'il fallait commencer par les gens de notre maison, qui nous connaissaient très bien. Nous avons donné les livres de Mormon à tous ses amis, à tous ses frères qui chantaient avec nous. Parce que nous, là, on s'appelait frères, même si on n'est pas de la même famille.
Bon, moi, je n'ai pas chanté à l'église avec eux, mais j'ai chanté à la maison. Avec tout le monde, les amis, lui-même. Mais quand les enfants sont nés, nous ont trouvés en train de chanter, on chantait avec eux, à la maison.
C'est toi, non?
Nakumanya wimpe
Banza mimofuke wanyinde wa bintu byonso wakandombola mumalu onso mimpe makole nedisaka nemulonde tuyanende nakumanya wimpe Banza mimofuke wanyine wa bintu byonso wakandombola mumalu onso mimpe makole nedisanka nemulonde tuyanende wewe mufuke mwenzeji wa malundi kupesha butumbi bwebe nzambi nifuluka malu awakenze nza kukalenelelu utumbe kashidi tatu nzambi utumbe kashidi wakampesha moyo wakenda kana kumwenzela mudimu wende bwa bantu bonso bamanye kumutumbisha mumunyane butuku nemulonde tuyanende wakampesha moyo wakwenda kana kumwenzela mudimu wende bwa bantu bonso bamanye kumutumbisha mumunyane butuku nemulonde tuyanende wewe mufuki mwenzeji wa malundi nkupesha butumbi bwebe nzambi bwelimvuluka malu awakenze nza kukalenelelu utumbe kashidi tatu nzambi utumbe kashidi fanalomba nzambi bwakungenzela malu onso adi amtonda yeke na ubala mapanga anyimeme onso
anakenze zameme nemulonde tuyanende banalomba nzambi wakungenzela maluonso achali antonda yeke na ubala mapanga anyimeme onso anakenze zameme nemulonde tuyanende wewe mufuki zambi mwenzeji wa malundi nkupesha butumbi wewe zambi ninguluka malu awakenzenza kukalenelelu utumbe kashigi tatu zambi utumbe kashigi.
One thing is in the songs, especially in the Luba, well, it's not just the Luba, African ways, Congolese way, the Luba in particular too, is a song is a story, and as you're singing, there's liberty of ad-libbing within the song. So as it fits, you would see people going off the script of what the text is and adding here, adding there as they're singing. Everybody brings it together because it's a story that is being told by each member of the choir. It's the same story, but sometimes the words are different.
And I think that it's true for any art back home.
Yeah.
Even dancing, you will see a choreograph, but not all the dancers do it exactly the same. There's always a liberty for each artist to express themselves, even though they're acting as a group.
Yes.
And because when you all do the same thing, people say, where are your individuality in there? How do you, and here, as you bear your testimony, where's your testimony? Yeah, there's a group one, you're singing as a group, but where's your testimony? How do you feel the Spirit at this moment, like as well as a group, but we want to see you express yours as well. So it's basically that part as well.
And everybody, even, that's why you see people like a choir that's singing, but you have guys, we're recording here.
Ashley, this is where I get my Grammy from, all right? Remember.
John.
Okay, so, man, this I feels good.
Ça va? If you know grandparents, you don't get it hard.
Well, well, maybe it's because of the language, but if you heard the song, there were some parts that were not exactly the same. We said some different things, and this goes to a larger extent. That's why, like in Congo, for example, when there's a choir, the congregation is singing with the choir. They're not singing as loud, but if you listen, you will hear that members of the congregation are also singing instead of being quiet and listening to the choir. It's because they relate with that. They're part of what is being sung, and the way of bearing their own testimony to that is by not being quiet.
and one song, I don't know, we didn't practice it to sing, but I remember one song, and there's an expression to say, in my youth, but it has gender difference. As a boy, I'll say in my boyhood, and my mom would say in my girlhood. In the same song, she would say girlhood as I'm saying boyhood in the same song. Okay, yeah. So that's like, yeah, it's that way.
Let's go back to Tudi Bena Mudimu.
Tudi Bena Mudimu bakilisto Yesu. Twikale nedikimana shatu sanka. Dia kumwenzela mudimu wende. Tudi twimbane disanga wakututumbisha mudi tunga yetu. Twimba basangale na shabya lufu katwe na mwakusha. La chanyi mato na shabya lufu katwe na mwakusha. La chanyi mato. Tukuna kazi munene ya Mungu Baba. Tufunge roho zetu tufanya kazi. Tugu maskani ya Mungu Baba. Tunaimba kwa furaha, tunasifu Mungu, tunaimba kweli na furaha kubwa. Hata kwa kufa tutaendelea na kazi yake. Hata kwa kufa tutaendelea na kazi yake. Tozali na mosala biso bana Nzambe. Tokotala na sima ata mwa mokete. Tolingi kosilisa mosala. Yokela biso Nzambe. Osalisa biso, biso tokoyemba. Petokolengisa ata komona pasi tokondima. Mosala na ye ata komona pasi tokondima. Mosala na yo. En Jésus-Christ nous sommes très contents pour servir. Sans crainte nous prêcherons la voie du salut. À tout prix nous accomplirons la promesse. Nous chantons la victoire d'un peuple racheté. Nous vivons dans la paix. Nous sommes sans souci. Nous aimerons travailler pour Jésus. Jusqu'au bout des efforts, nous aimerons travailler pour Jésus. Jusqu'au bout des efforts.
Ok, là ça va? Ok, Nkumanya Bumpe. Ok, vas-y.
Nakumanya Bumpe. Banza mimufugi wanyine wa bintu byonso. Ne wakandombola mumalu onso. Limpe makole nedisaka. Nemulonde mwatu ya nende. Nakumanya Bumpe. Banza mimufugi wanyine wa bintu byonso. Wakandombola mumalu onso. Mimpe makole nedisaka. Nemulonde mwatu ya nende. Wewe mufuki mwenzeji wa maludi kupesha butumbi. Gwe benza pi malu awakenzeza kukalekalenelelu utumbe kashiri
tatuzambi
utumbe kashiri
wakampesha moyo
wakwenda kana kumwenzela mudi muwende wabantu bonso bamanye kumutumbisha mumunyane butuku nemulonde mwatu yanende
wakampesha moyo
wakwenda kana kumwenzela mudi muwende wabantu bonso bamanye kumutumbisha mumunyane butuku nemulonde mwatu yanende wewe mufuki mwenzeji wa malundi kupesha butumbi bwebe nzambi nivuluka malu awakenzeza kukalekalenelelu utumbe kashiri
tatuzambi
utumbe kashiri
analomba nzambi
bwakungenzela malu onso achili antonda yekena ubala mabanga anyimeme onso anakenzeza meme nemulonde mwatu yanende
analomba nzambi
bwakungenzela malu onso achili antonda yekena ubala mabanga anyimeme onso anakenzeza meme nemulonde mwatu yanende wewe mufuki zambi mwenzeji wa malu ndikupesha butumbi bwebe nzambi wanyi anivuluka malu awakenzeza kukalekalenelelu utumbe kashiri
tatuzambi
utumbe kashiri.
Méthode de l'acteur, c'est quoi?
Toikampiko, namusala,
Même un seul verset.
Un seul verset?
Oui. Toikampiko.
Toi et moi?
Oui.
Vous connaissez
Non, allez-y.
So some hymns had been provisionally translated in
long time ago.
I know the work is being done now. There's a group that's translating, but this is something we did a long time ago.
Toikampiko namusala nankolo nenzela yabo mwengo tuzali kolanda na etumaya kondimana mizema tambola na solo tematalakala mungu natalaka yesu zalepeligwenepene tokobala mokotekobe tokobasa mobele mokonzi na biso tokotosa yakani kobanga mosala te tosala sokiliwa ekani na nzela mokolo etoto pasimawa esili libela tokotina lola kasi soki tokomona kufana bayengebene tokoyemba na esengo nyonso ye
something about those choirs we're talking about. When the church got established, and then after just a few weeks, in fact, it was right at the beginning, we invited his old band members, choir friends, to come to church. They were not even members yet. They came and sang at church. So that became the nucleus for a choir that was formed in Kinshasa. And that nucleus sprung everything that's music today in the Congo. And so we, as young people, when the Masina branch was created, we made the choir permanent in Masina. It was the very first permanent choir in the Congo, like young men, young women, YSA groups together. And I want to tell you something about that choir. I think 80% of people who participated went on missions and became leaders and teachers and things in the Congo.
And our wives were part of that choir.
Did you meet your wives in the choir?
No, but they were part of
that was the only thing that got the youth together.
We did not have young men, young women organized yet. And nobody knew how to organize it. So the only activity we had that got the young men, young women, the YSA together was the choir.
And as it started in that little branch of Masina, and then it spread to the district of Masina, and literally we, as together, we will walk. At least for some people, I know of some people that walk an hour and a half just to come and meet and practice, and then walk back an hour and a half home 3 times a week.
For choir practice,
For
3
choir
times
practice.
a week. And everybody was happy doing it. It was not like we have state conference and please anybody wanting to be in the
Speak
choir.
about state conference. No, do you remember that one time? Because we had, at that time there was 3 districts in the Kinshasa. And because of that, we were the only choir. So the mission president asked if we could sing for each of the district conferences, each one of them. So we came from Asina, and we sang, and we had to do 2 songs for each district conference. But because we knew that the state president, the district president, and the mission president will attend each one of them, we did not want them to hear the same song twice. So for those 2 Sundays, we prepared about 8 songs that we memorized because we never sang with words. As a young people, we never allowed ourselves. So we prepared 8 different songs that we sang. They're not going to hear us sing the same thing twice. So and we traveled there in the whole thing and singing, and it was one of the greatest moments of that choir thing. It was really cool. It was really cool.
And they all ended up going on missions and get married in the temple.
Yeah, most of them, most of them. And the one thing that it did is that it kept us in touch with each other. I can remember at any time during the week, you would ask me about a member of that choir. We didn't have phones. I would tell you exactly what they do on Wednesday morning, or where they might be on Friday afternoon. Say, if I want to see them, I can go there and I'll catch them.
And many of them, well, actually, most of them, not only in the choir, but they were called as district missionaries because they were, I think, they were young, but also they were active enough that the district presidencies, the branch presidencies, well, these people can be missionaries.
And this is the time where we didn't have full-time missionaries.
We didn't have full-time missionaries with us. We didn't. So the choir members were not only choir members, but they were district missionaries teaching people, baptizing them. And that's the MTC we got. because we didn't go to MTC. Our MTC was being in the choir and being ward missionaries.
Yeah,
And
I remember going on a mission, being the only missionary on the mission who had already taught and baptized before going on a mission. We pretty much saw each other 6 or 7 days out of the week. That's how crazy that was. No, I'm not joking. That's how crazy it was that we actually saw each other every day of the week. That's why I could tell you anything and everything about everybody, because I see them every day. Yeah, and that's how we grew up.
Kesha.